I just want to share with you something that I learned maybe about 20 years ago from my very first music teacher in Mumbai, and that was Mrs. Pankajam Ramanathan. And from her husband, I learned something that at that point blew me away, which I had no idea of, and now I'd like to share this with you. If you're not a music lover, you're more than welcome to just stop right here and move on. But if you are interested in music and some of the nuances of classical music, Indian classical music, particularly South Indian classical music or Carnatic music as it's called, I just want to share something with you. All right? Stick with me. Thank you. In Western music, and as far as the piano is concerned or the keyboard is concerned, there are 12 different notes. Okay, so there is C, there's 2 types of D, there's 2 types of E, there's 1 F, there's 2 types of G, there's 2 kinds of A, and there's 2 kinds of B, and you're back to C. Alright, so basically there are 12 notes as far as Western music goes. In the Indian classical music, particularly the Carnatic music, which is the South Indian form of classical music, there are 16 notes. So I'll say that in using the actual lingo, which is there is 1 shadjam or sa, there are 3 variations of rishabam or ri, there are 3 variations of gandharam or ga, there are 2 variations of madhyamam, ma, there's 1 panchamam, which is pa, there are 3 different variations of dhaivatam, da, and there are again 3 variations of nishadam or ni. But for this exercise, I just want to go through and explain how the different ragas or different combination of notes have come about. I may still be just a beginner, just a novice in this field. However, I just want to share this with you. More than anything else, I'm just logging it as a journal. All right, thank you. Right, so if I were to play just the white keys, and let's see what different variations of ragams or ragas we get. All right, so if I were to just play the white keys only, you starting from C and ending again in C. Okay, so that's that's called Shankaravarnam or Rag Biraval in Hindustani. Now if I were to move the shadjam or the sa just 1 position and start, so instead of doing the sa from here, if I did the shadjam from here and go all the way up to here, that will create a different ragam. And I'll transpose this and come back to you. Right, so now we start the C or the shadjam in the second note, and we'll see where it takes us and what form of raga it gives us. So that is called Karaharapriya in Carnatic music, and the Hindustani equivalent would be That Kafi. Okay, so now if we were to move the shadjam to the very next note, this one, and let's see where it goes. I'll transpose, so I'll just pause it for a second. Right, now that I've transposed it, let's start. So that is, in Carnatic music, Rag Todi or Hanumat Todi, and in Hindustani it is called That Bhairavi. Okay, alright, so let's move it 1 more notch to the right and see what ragam we get. So that is Rag Kalyan in Hindustani or That Kalyan, and in Carnatic music it is called Mecha Kalyani or Kalyani. So let's look at when we start the shadjam or sa here. So this is Harikamboji in Carnatic and That Kamaj in Hindustani. Okay, 1 more to go. Okay, I couldn't transpose the keyboard anymore, so I had to transpose change the Shruti of the Shruti box. Okay, so we're starting with the sixth key now. That's the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is thought Asaveri in Hindustani music, and in Carnatic music it's called Natavhairavi ragam. These are the 6 different ragams that we get when we use just the white keys. So the 6 ragams that we have are Dhira Shankarabaranam, Karaharapriya, Hanumatodi, Mecha Kalyani, Harikamboji and Natavhairavi. So these are the 6 different ragams we get by using the white keys. So what I found was, as far as the combinations, the permutation and combinations I've used with these 6 ragams, what I found was there was a usage of certain swaras more than others. Like for example, there's obviously just one Shadjam and one Panchamam, but there are 2 types of Rishabham. Okay, so for this exercise, as I said, we're just going to go with the 12 notes. So the higher Rishabham, the higher Ri is something that is used a lot among these 6 ragams. The second one is the Daivatam, and that is again what is used the most is the higher Daivatam, and the third one is the lower Nishadam. So the higher Rishabham, the higher Daivatam, but the lower Nishadam. So that's the N Nishadam 1. And what we've also seen is the Madhyamam is the Shuddha Madhyamam, which is the M1. Oh, sorry, I didn't say about the Gandharam. Gandharam has been used in these 6 different ragams. There's been 3 instances where the G1 has been used and 3 other instances where G2 has been used. So if I were to look at what is used the most, it is this ragam, Shadjam, the higher Ri, the 2 types of Gas, the lower Ma, Pa, the higher Dha, the lower Ni and Sa. So if we were to do these and find out what these ragams are, we will see that one of which is Harikamboji and the other one is Karaharapriya. And that is probably the reason why we have the most number of Janya ragas coming out of these 2 ragams, Karaharapriya and Harikamboji. Alright, now let's look at doing the same exercise but with the black keys. So no usage of the white keys at all, we will only be using the black keys, and let's see what different ragas we get. Okay. So that's just using the 5 keys, and this is in Hindustani it's called Rag Durga, and in Carnatic music it's called Ragam Shuddha Saveri. Right, so now we'll start the Shadjam with the 2nd key and see where it takes us. So this is in Hindustani thought it's called Gaundagiri. I think I've just googled it, and in Carnatic music it's called Shuddha Danyasi. Okay, so now let's look at the 3rd one. This one we'll start with the 3rd key. So this is Rag Bhup or Bhupali in Hindustani and Mohanam in Carnatic music. Okay, so now we're going to start with the 4th key. So that will 1, 2, 3, 4th key. So that was Madhyamadi Saran in Hindustani or Madhyamavati in Carnatic. Let's look at one last one. Thank you. The last one is when we start with the 5th key, and let's see what ragam we get. So this is Rag Malkauns in Hindustani and Hindolam in Carnatic music. Okay, so we got 5 ragams with the pentatonic 5 black keys that we used, and the 5 ragams we got were Shuddha Saveri, Shuddha Danyasi, Mohanam, Madhyamavati and Hindolam. What I've also tried to do is find out what notes have been used most frequently, and the notes that have been used most among these 5 ragams are Shadjam is there on all the 5 ragams. Rishabham has been used on 3 occasions out of 5, and on all 3 occasions it is the higher Re that has been used. Gandharam has been used 3 times. On 2 occasions the lower Gandharam has been used, and on 1 occasion the higher Gandharam has been used. Madhyamam has been used on 4 occasions, and every time it was the lower Ma, the Shuddha Madhyamam. Panchamam has been used 4 times. Daivatam has been used 3 times, twice the higher Daivatam and once the lower Daivatam. And Nishadam has been used on 3 occasions, all 3 times the lower Ni. If I were to pick another pentatonic ragam based on the frequency of the usage of the notes, it would be ragam Madhyamavati. Sa, Ri, Ma, Pa, Ni, Sa. Now Madhyamavati again happens to be a janyam of Karaharapriya. And also, if I took away the pentatonic and if I looked at all the swarams that have been used, it is Sa, the higher Ri, the lower Ga, the lower Ma, Pa, the higher Dha, the lower Ni, and Sa. And that is again Karaharapriya. So, this whole exercise that I've been meaning to share with you is just to showcase Karaharapriya and how important a ragam it is in Carnatic music. Please post me comments. Please feel free to share this with others. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Thank you.